Welcome to Tina and Lay After Dark. How you doing, everybody?
What is up, everybody?
Welcome back.
Welcome back. It is Saturday night, and we are feeling
great.
We had a long drive back from Las Vegas just so we can be here with you guys. But thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you to Everyday People,
The Utah Pacifica chapter,
Lake House,
CJ Deartham,
and everybody else that is tuning in. I am Tina, and this is my gorgeous wife, Lay Aloha.
Tell her.
That's right. And then we have a special guest on our show tonight.
We have my big sister, Miss Meletulua Vainuku.
Woo! And the reason why we have her on our show today is because we are going to be diving into the topic and her experience and her journey on how it was, or her perspective as the big sister, of when she found out that her sister was going to marry a woman. Myself, lucky me. So I'll let my beautiful wife here just give a little background on her beautiful sister, my one and only Meletulua Vainuku, but to me she is Lichi. Yes. Maybe I'll get into that story later, why I call her Lichi. But yeah, I'll turn the time over to my beautiful wife.
Like I said, she is my big sister.
Oldest. Why you gotta say big?
Oh, sorry. I would rather say big than oldest, but okay, it's your prerogative. She's the oldest of us four. There's two boys between us, Nahe and Tonga and Ice in college, and then I'm the baby of the bunch. And she also has her own little show she does with her girlfriends we grew up with. But we wanted to welcome her on the show to give her perspective. This is a conversation we have had, but I feel like it's something that we get to talk about on a bigger platform because these are just conversations that we have. We wanted to see how she felt. We knew our experience, but we wanted to get it firsthand from her, what her experience was. Again, like my wife said, when we first came out and told her, the way it all worked out was we told our children first, and then we went and gathered the brothers. She had to be last because anybody who knows her, she's not that easy to talk to. but we sat with the children, told them about our journey and that we were going to get married, and they gave us their blessing. Then we had to gather the brethren. And one funny experience we all laughed about today was I was telling my brothers about me getting married, and I wanted them to know from us firsthand and not from
name
hearsay.
the brothers in there.
Okay, so it was my brother Ice, my brother Tomasi, you guys might know him as Fat Cat, my brother Marvin, Tauke Aho, and then my brother Keys, the baby, Fifita.
Fifita.
And so we sat them down and told them, and my brother Tomasi Burke, rest in peace, he said, Duck, I'm so happy you told me because I'm just so happy that I'm not the only lesbian in the family. But our brothers gave us the blessing because they knew already before. You know, we didn't have to tell them. They knew and they were happy with our union, and that Tina made me happy and she loved the kids. And then, so we had a whole separate, and we had to prepare ourselves mentally and physically to sit the queen of the family down and tell her. And when we told her, what was your experience of that, honey? We were nervous as
Was I
hell.
nervous as hell? So she came downstairs to our room and we sat her down, and my wife says, "Sister, we have to tell you something." And I'm waiting for, you know, the sister slap or something. And so my wife starts explaining to her, and she's like, "Lefis, I already knew, okay? I'm your older sister." and I was like, "Oh shoot, okay." And then she says, "I'm not mad at you, Tina. I love you. But my sister?"
She wanted to kill me, y'all.
Yes.
And Gina, tell us about what went through your mind when that first came out to you, when we told you firsthand about us getting together. We're coming out. We're going to get married. How did you feel?
And sister, just a reminder, there's no filter.
Oh, wait a second. Let me put a disclaimer in there, guys. Okay. My wife, my big sister, she does not have a
Older,
filter.
love,
My
older.
older sister
Yes, I do.
doesn't have a filter, and therefore viewer discretion is advised. Okay, Gina, tell us about your
So
experience.
when you guys first told me about
You
it,
got to bring the mic up,
I
sis.
kind of knew, you know, and stuff, and I was just hoping it's a phase and all that. But when you guys came out and said that, you know, hey, we're getting married, of course, I was never mad at you. I've always loved you, and because you're an amazing person. It's this one.
Thank you, Luchi.
Because, of course, you know, the religion came out. You know, you've been married twice in the temple and this, and then you go make this choice, you know. And then, Lay, you know, why would you do that? The Tongan part of me comes out, you know, the tradition, you know, what are people going to say?
Yeah.
You know, whakama, you know, whakama is what? Well, I'm sure they have that. Yeah, it's embarrassing. And that's the first thing that came to my mind, you know. And then remember, you said to me, "Just love me."
Yes.
But you know, all that came out first and stuff. You know, I was relieved in a sense, but then I was like, "Oh my gosh, now I gotta put my boxing gloves on." I'm gonna start beating the shit out of somebody, you know, because I don't, you know, my sister, I have to always protect her. But I was, number one thing was, you know, siomai kakai, all this other stuff, you know, and mom and dad, whakaofa, and then our brothers, because that's a big thing in the Tongan community is they always remind us as Tongans, don't do anything if ulupuno your brothers, you know, where they're walking
where they
around
have to walk.
embarrassed. But you know, our brothers is a little crazy anyways. They don't care about things like that, you know. But I think if we were raised in Tonga, it would be different.
Yes.
Their
Yeah.
perspective about that. But they didn't care. And they're like, oh my gosh, they're going to go to church every Sunday, watch your language and stuff, you know. And you're the one that everybody has a hard time to tell the truth to.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the things that went through my mind as the whole thing with our tongue and what are they going to say. Now I got to really prepare myself to that when people come and ask questions. And they don't have to ask the question. I can just tell by their, you know, eyeballs and their matai nutulau, you know, matai siota aki ass. I just, you know, that I had to prepare myself for that because
Right.
it's just me and my sister,
Yeah,
you know, and we have a very small family and stuff. And then she gets up and does that.
yeah.
Yeah, so that was,
As
the
the
biggest-
big sister or the older sister.
I had to protect her. But, you know, that's who she is and that's okay with us. Our parents always taught us to no matter what, we stuck together.
Right.
That part.
So I
Yeah.
get it was hard for you in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Because it was something different.
Yeah.
And marriage is a huge part of life, right?
Yeah.
And my wife already had just lost her her husband and her oldest son, and then growing up in the church, I know it's there's that expectation of continuing those covenants that we had that we have set forth when we go into the temple and get married in the temple. So I'm pretty sure that was extremely hard for you and for us as well, as we all grew up in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so what you said there was powerful on how you decided to just love your sister, and then as time went on, love me as well.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't the easiest thing for you in the beginning, or for any of the family, even my family as well. To dating is something different, but when it comes to marriage, that's a whole different story, right?
Yeah, because we tried to tell her that.
Right.
Of course, the religion. And again, I just want to remind everybody, it has nothing to do with the church. It's the damn people that's in it that got issues and stuff like that. So, after all that, when I went upstairs, I was kicking and crying and all that stuff, and just telling Dickie, she is crazy. Look at her ceiling, blah, blah, blah. What about her kids? All that came out.
Right.
And Dickie said, yeah, I'll go talk to Lay. I go talk to her,
Yeah.
And yeah, I did all that. I went through all that in the room behind closed doors. I never wanted her to see that.
Yeah.
But
I'm pretty sure that was super hard for you, and I appreciate you, sister, for just being so protective of Lay. She is the baby, and so I'm also the baby sister in my family, so I understand. I do understand, but I appreciate that you just loved your sister unconditionally.
Oh, did you hear that, everybody? When you hear that jingle, what happens? Shot, 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 shot.
Everybody.
Okay, and
Or a
sister
cheers.
here, she has her water to cheers with us.
go ahead.
All right?
And let's see, and everybody in our production team got their cheers with their water.
We are ready.
And hey,
Cheers.
cheers, everybody. Cheers at home. I hope you got your bring your own brew or
Did you see
water
that? Bring your own brew.
or beverage. But yes, like I said, I'm extremely grateful for you. I know it's hard. It was hard in the beginning, and I'm pretty sure it's still hard because there's still, those people that like to ngutulao, like you said in the beginning.
It's all over the
That
place.
is gossip.
But what was your experience of your extended family?
I already knew that. Remember, we went to a couple things, and I had to whisper to this one here. I was like, we're going to Uncle's funeral. There is no holding hands. Siatu to the, the uncles, and then the brothers and sisters. The whole, respect stuff. And she said, I don't care. Nay, you can't do that. Of course, because I'm trying to protect her, because I have a very judgmental family,
Right.
Extended family. And I didn't want them to look at us any different, like, oh, your mom, first she got issues, she got deported, and blah, 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 and then you guys are all lost children. I didn't want no one to say things like that, because we're not, they just talk out of their butts. But anyways, so I had to remind her all the time. Look at the brothers, look at the sisters, Don't do that because, it's not good in the Tongan way. That's what I told her.
And it's not that I didn't respect my sister's counsel, because she's doing her part. She's the older sister. She has to counsel me, right?
Yeah.
And she has to tell me what's wrong. People are going to look. They're going to say something. We have brothers. We have uncles. We have, and we have to, in our culture, it's a respect thing, right? And I feel like if I'm not speaking my truth, showing my truth, then I'm not being respectful. I'm not being respectful to myself, and I'm especially not being respectful to my wife, who I chose. She chose me, and I love her. And if my family members, extended family members and friends love me, they're going to love her too, especially when you get to know her. Right, Gina?
Right.
When you get to know her, you cannot not but love her. So it was hard for me. I just had to tell her, sister, I can't do that. I'm gonna walk over
You
there
didn't
like
say that. You said shut the hell up.
Okay, I was little bit.
She was acting out.
I was little bit stalahui only because I needed to stand my
little
ground.
bit.
I love my wife, and if my family can't accept her, then they're just gonna have to move on their merry little way. Like I said, we can love people from a distance, and we can agree to disagree, and that's okay.
Yeah. And I said, oh, okay. So I text Dad right after I told you that. I go, this girl's being an idiot. Dad. And he's
Tattletale.
and my dad said, mind your own business. Don't fe poto to her. You
Yeah.
know, because my dad said, don't look at your sister. Look at Tina.
Yeah.
You know, how would you want to go to a family stuff, you know, to Teki's family stuff? To Teki's family stuff, and you felt that way. Someone made you feel that way. Don't do that.
Yeah, like he gotta not walk with
Yeah.
you, or
He goes, don't. I don't want you to ever say, "Oh, yeah, I'm for real." So, you know, because you're not being real. So yeah, those kind of things. You know, mom and dad, my parents always whisper to me because I'm the problem one. Always remember, don't look at anything else but your sister. There you go.
Love that counsel. That is amazing.
And we are a dysfunctional family, and it's all right. It's okay.
Girl,
we love it. We love
all
our
got some
dysfunction.
dysfunction somewhere, right?
everything.
Yeah, but we're an
that's
open
okay.
book. Our
Yes.
family is.
Yes.
An
We
open
truly
book.
are.
Yeah.
And it's dysfunctional that we are a little bit delirious.
Just a little.
So we're going to take a break. But before we take a break, let me just give a shout out to our nephew, number 44,
Hey.
Sione Motu Apoaka, playing for
Moana.
Bishop Gorman. He is underrated and underseen, so y'all better check him
That
out.
part.
Okay, but he is coming to the U. But
Woo-woo!
let's take a break and clear our throats, and we'll be back in 3.
See you in a minute.
Love you guys.
When it comes to loving me, I know it's not that easy. I can be inconsistent. Yes, my life is quite a mess. Oh, I've got work to do. When our hearts collide, I'll be ready for the ride. Love unconditional. When two hearts collide in a moment so divine. Oh, love unconditional. When two hearts collide in a moment so divine. When you look, you'll never find. Even though it hurts sometimes. Sometimes it makes me feel sad. How can I miss what I never had? Oh, I know I've got work to do. When our
Tina and
Welcome
Lay
back,
After
everybody.
Dark. If you're just tuning in, we are a podcast that talks about taboo issues, things that aren't really easy to talk about. That's why we come and talk about it after dark.
After dark.
Yes. Shout out to Everyday People, the Utah Pacifica chapter, Miss Cindy Sati
woo.
and Big Buddha, as well as CJ Drisden
Yes.
and the Lake House. Thank you so much for this platform, for us to speak freely and to speak our truths and share our truths. And in the studio, we have my older sister, Miss Melitulu Vainuku. We were talking about her experience and sort of her perspective about what happened when she first learned that we were going to engage in a same-sex marriage, how it affected her, the things that she had to go through, some of the things we had to go through with our extended family members as well. And but she's mentioned often how she would go tattletale on me, okay, about every little thing. She'd call my mom on the phone in Japan, or she'll go sneak into my dad's room and say, Daddy, did you know that Lay? You know, just a big tattletale. But I know that she did it out of love. She did it out of love because she's worried about me. A lot of things that she was saying was mostly fear for me. Fear for me, what people would say. Fear for the children, what people would say to them, the backlash that they would receive. You know, in the, it's like it's an embarrassment, what people would be saying behind the scenes. And so she was ready to put on her boxing gloves. But that's just who she is. She's very protective because she's the oldest of the tribe. And I'm so grateful for that. But Sister, tell me, when you were Miss Tattletale, what was the counsel that you got from our parents?
Well, you know, Mom and Dad went through their own stages of trying to, you know, filter this and stuff. But I think, and like with Mom, you know, at first she's like, okay. And then I called her the next day and she's like, yeah, it's okay. I go, well, Mom, what do you think? You need to come out here. See, this is the one you should have beat the hell out of, is this girl right here. So talahui all this time growing up and stuff like that. She goes, you know what? You need to shut your mouth. Go look at yourself. That's what my mom said. You stick to your sister like glue. You know, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then my dad would say, you know what? I would hear him too talking to his little so-called friends, you know, that call and eketaki, just straightforward, you know. Hey, we heard because, you know, so-and-so said that your daughter is married to, and you hear my dad telling him, yeah, I know, you know, but my daughter, I did my very best for her, and I taught my kids this. I did take them to church and stuff, but this is her choice. And, you know, I'd rather her be happy than to be hanging down from a tree. You know, so when Dad was done with that, I'm like running from my room because I was eavesdropping. You know, you tell your little friend to go check her own son and see what he's doing with his own first cousin. That's how I was. I was like so evil, vicious, attacking people, you know. So, and my dad's like, go and go read your Book of Mormon, go read your scriptures, and you be nice, you know. Yeah. That's my parents to me, you know. But I get that way. You tell your little friend this and that, you know, question that. He goes, why? Was her? Yes, go tell her to go ask her son that. But that I'm prepared all the time because I'm vicious, because I don't want them to say anything.
She got a whole.
Because I don't want them to say anything about my sister, you know.
So as you guys can see, my sister don't put on her. My sister-in-law here doesn't just put on her gloves. She stay with her gloves on all the time. You know what I mean?
No, seriously.
I mean, this is where my wife gets it from. No, my wife gets it from her mom. Oh, let me tell you about my mother-in-law, though. So, a couple of years ago, I decided to give my wife a birthday gift and take her to Japan, so we can see my mother-in-law. She hasn't seen her mother for over 20 years?
20 years.
20 years, and as well as my sister-in-law here, and you know, in my heart, in my soul, it's like if I was put in my wife and my sister-in-law's place, I would be torn. I would be, you know, just really sad about the whole thing. Not being able to see my mom on a daily basis, or not even just a daily basis, but every other week or something. And so I felt their pain, you know. But so we went there, and planning it all. I called my mother-in-law, and I said, "Mom, we're sending you a package. You have to receive this package." And so we got to Japan. She didn't know we got there, and we had to take like 3 taxis because it was a lot of us, and the Japanese little.
Oh, snap.
Snap.
Did you hear that jingle, though? It is time.
It is jingle bells.
Get
jingle
your
bells.
beverage ready. Cheers to
Cheers, everybody.
We love you.
Cheers, love you guys.
you. Talking about difficult things.
But so my
You didn't cheers.
oh, what? You gotta cheers with your water.
You got to cheers with your water, Gina. That's why we gave it to you. Next time. Next time.
And so my mother-in-law's trying to find this package, and she's speaking Japanese. She's speaking Japan. Oh my goodness!
It's okay.
I go.
She was
Okay.
speaking Japan.
She was speaking of Japan when we was no, and so she's like on her phone.
Japanese.
And so she's on her phone, and we could hear the taxi driver speaking Japan, to my mother-in-law, and she's like, "I'm over here," and then we're just like, you know what? Let's just get out of the car and go and look for her. So we're in her district, and we're walking, and then I finally see this like person walking around in her robe, and on the phone just talking in Japanese / Tongan. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm over here." And then she's coming up the street. We're coming down the street, and she's like, she thinks that we're just one of the Japanese people. And then she says, she looks over there to Lay, and she still doesn't recognize her. And then Lay says, "Hi, Mom." And then she's like screaming. She's like, "Baby!" And then when she meets me, I'm thinking she's not even gonna, engage with me. She's just gonna say hello. But yeah, when she saw me, she screamed and just gave me the biggest embrace. And she's my best friend. I
Yeah,
love
she
my
loves you.
mother-in-law.
She
But tell her
loves
what
you.
she told you. If
What-
you hurt me.
Oh,
That part.
sheesh. The Toki part came out in my mother-in-law. She said, "Baby T, if you hurt my baby Lay, I will kill you." It was just like that. She said it just like that, because when my mother-in-law comes back to America, I'm going to tell you this again. She's going to say it on our live. She's going to say, "Baby T, if you hurt my baby, I will kill you." With the smile and everything. I was like, "Yes, Mom, I would not."
Yeah.
So, but my mother-in-law, she's amazing. She is a splitting image of her mother, and they both have the hui,
What are we?
just like each other. So their boxing gloves stay on. Don't get it twisted.
That would be called crazy.
That would be called crazy.
Yes. But yes, that's my mother-in-law.
She was very welcoming to my wife, and I was so grateful for that, because she heard the horror stories of my mom. But my mom only has to be like that, just like her. And she's just very protective.
Out of protection.
She's a mama bear. And so don't say something to her about her children. Don't say something to her about her family. She'll fight everybody. And so my wife was kind of scared to meet her. And let me just remind you, honey, when you told her we're going to send her a package, she said, "It's okay, baby. You have a lot of kids." We're like, "No, Mom, don't worry. We're going to just send you a package." So hurry up and tell me what you want. Why she had 79 items on her list. I want
She is so
I want snowballs and Reese's peanut butter cups. I was like, "Oh, okay." I need the Caress soap. Caress.
She sure did. She had a list of exactly what she wanted. And
Exactly.
the ounces to the name, to the brand,
Everything.
everything.
That's why we had to take 3 taxis to her flat in Japan.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing experience that we got to have. She got to meet her for the first time. She got to see some of the grandbabies that she hadn't even met yet. And so it was a wonderful experience. And what my sister's trying to say is, the fruit don't fall far from the tree. Our parents taught us at a very young age to
Stick together.
stick together and have each other's back, protect one another, no matter what choices. And we have a lot of siblings that didn't make great choices. I was one of them. I think. You
No,
know.
I was number one. Remember?
Oh yeah, you were. You're the
I was an
oldest.
outcast.
She started it. See, she started that trend, right? And
But,
me
yeah.
being the younger had to take all of the brunt of her choices, right? And then, but they continue to encourage us to love each other, don't judge one another, and always be in service. So it starts from the top, my people. You know, what we teach our children is what they stand by. It's the standard they live by. And if we teach them to love with conditions, that might pass on to people that they have relationships with, or even their own children.
I mean, and especially for the choices that you guys made, it's like a big old voodoo in the Tongan stuff. It's like
Taboo,
malaia,
sisterly.
it's this and that, and but it's like, you guys got cousins and brothers and sisters touching each other. What the hell is that?
Okay, because
You know,
see, that's a
but they
whole
don't
nother
say
episode.
nothing. They don't say nothing
Disclaimer.
about that. But what about this? But you guys are such good people. Think about it, you know?
you, Lisa.
They'll be and go check yourself, go check your circle, because you don't know what it's like until it falls right into your court. You'll be able to handle it.
Amen,
Right?
amen.
Amen.
What was that from back in the day?
No,
like,
but I'm just saying, we're so quick to look at those
Yeah.
kind of things instead of you're so quick to doing this. And my dad said, "You're always doing this. What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
If you're over here judging, you're not gonna have time to love. Go love your sister, love your siblings,
Ooh, I
and their
love
kids,
that.
and shut your mouth. That's what my dad always told me, because I'm
true.
always. That was me.
yeah.
And he just said that, and that's our parents and stuff, is always stick together no matter what.
Exactly.
So, sister, you've said a lot of powerful things as far as like on the family perspective, and I know you're very, you're very active in our church that we've all grew up in. What, I know in our prophet has spoke a lot about same-sex marriage and things like that. As far as that goes, like, did that have any weight on how you chose, or how you processed what we decided to come to the family with? Did that have any weight for you?
Of course it did. Of course it did. And it took my husband, because you grew up, I mean, honestly, seriously. The Bible said, it's Michael and Michelle, not Michelle and Michelle, right? And so the wannabe
I never heard of Michael
ass
and
people,
Michelle in the Bible. I'm just saying.
we already know that, and that's okay. But I'm telling Deki, yeah, I know, this and that. Deki's like, but that's for someone else to do. That's the one and only perfect guy to judge you on that. Your sister's more loving than you are, and I'm like, you know what? We're gonna fight today. I'm beating the shit out of you. But like Decky said, he said it plain and clear. Love her. Now, this is when she needs you to be loved, not when she's doing good and all that stuff. And let the one upstairs, make that decision.
Right.
It's not up to you, And then again,
Love you, Decky.
when Victoria, that whole thing with Victoria, I was acting out again.
Yeah.
Like I didn't just
She
go through
cannot
it with
not act
Lehe.
out.
Yeah.
So taipoto. And he has to remind me again.
Yeah.
Love her. Just like my parents told me, love her. Love your brother. That makes wrong choices all the time. Love your other brother. Love them.
Yes.
It's about them. So, don't think about the sin, but think about the person.
Exactly.
Love
We
the sinner,
carry
not
all
the
that
sin.
weight, the Fipoto ass people, Fipoto, and looking at what everybody else got to say. But we are not looking at the person.
Yeah.
Never mind the sin. You ain't got nothing to do with their sin.
Right.
Unless you never made any,
Exactly.
So,
I
yeah.
think that's a great point. Is free agency, right? Because if we didn't have free agency,
Yeah.
then I would have to go and marry
I've been
who
there,
I'm
man.
supposed to, like who the society says I'm supposed to marry, right?
Yeah.
I guess I was supposed to marry somebody with 3 legs, not 2. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't have a choice.
Yeah.
And so I have a choice. And
Just
my
be you.
feelings are my feelings,
you're
right?
right.
I
You're
love
right.
my wife. And
love
I
you,
wouldn't,
baby.
I
Yeah.
would not choose differently.
Exactly. I do
That's
it all
okay.
over
I
again and
wouldn't.
again and again.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe some of our people are not used to it and stuff, but there are a lot of kids out there that has those issues, and they cannot turn to their parents. Why?
Before they get beat.
Because they're gonna get beat down. You know,
Nah.
of course, the same thing.
It's
You
just
know,
a hard subject to talk
everything.
about, and they don't want to
Yeah.
be judged.
yeah,
You
and they're all
know,
living in the dark the whole time. You know.
yeah, I mean, like,
depression.
we talk
all
about things that
starts
are
from there.
done after dark. But because we talk about those things after dark, we talk about the things that are done in the dark.
Yeah.
And not too many good things
Yes.
is done in the dark.
You know, Mom said freaks come out at night. Nothing happens good after 12.
Out
Oh,
at night.
snap.
The
Did you
freaks
guys
come
hear
out
that?
at night.
Hey, hey.
Come. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers,
Put your
everybody.
cups up.
Cheers, everybody.
We
Get your
love
beers
you.
up. We love you guys.
you know.
But darn it, I had that question in my mind. But was there a specific time in the past where you had someone come to you and say something to you personally about me and your sister?
Yeah, I've got a great set of friends. You know, they're because we all cuckoo anyways, you know. And so when we see things like that, and we've been through things in our lives that, you know, that when we've been down, there's
Yeah.
somebody that came up there and picked us up. So my friends are okay. It's like the other people. That was her so-called friends, you know. Her so-called friends,
Oh,
people that she helped and stuff, you know, they question. You know, it's like, you know, this happened today. Yeah. Kaya ato nga, yeah. But I said some other not nasty, you know, really bad stuff. I didn't like direct it
I'm
at
not
her. I was just
surprised.
talking about the private part, and that everybody has their own choices, whatever their preferences. That's theirs, you know.
Yeah.
Well, everybody has a freak in them, you know.
Yeah.
We have our own.
Gina, you have a freak in you?
Yeah, I sure do.
you better get it.
Take it easy.
Shut the hell up. Everybody do. We all have that, but that's you know, businessy bea ale.
Yeah,
you know?
mind your business.
Mind your
Yes.
business. Because this girl that has a freak in her, you know, she was helping you when you all was down. You know,
Yeah.
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
Right.
come at me that way. So yeah, I'm always like when they ask like, how's your? Oh, she's doing just fine.
Right.
You know, stuff like that. But you know, I just have to sometimes have to refrain myself.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
You know, the
That
days
there
I
are
say my
moments.
prayers, my lotus in the morning, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you just have to seal to those kind of. I can't react anymore. I shouldn't. Because after that one, I didn't react anymore because I don't ever want them to feel like they had some kind of control over me. Oh, hell no.
Right.
Because my sister's going to always be my sister.
That's
you know what
right.
I mean?
That's
Yeah.
right. Sissy.
And
You
when
better
your bitch
tell
ass
them.
need help, she going to be right there helping. And I'm going to be like, don't do that. Why are you helping them? You know?
She do that though.
So that kind of stuff. So, you know, that's enough of it because when the ball hits your court, let's see how you react.
Yes.
You know, all our lives we've been instilled in our hearts to always stick together.
Exactly. And we all
Stick
know that. We
together.
all have siblings. We have things that we fight for. You know what I mean? Our family members, our children, our spouses, our friends, you know. And when she would tell me, she would be so upset. Did you know your friend said to me? Did you know what that heifer said to me? I was about to stab her, and I said, Gina, listen, let me tell you something. This is how much I love you.
It doesn't
That I
affect her.
have
She
to-
never gets mad. And then she's over there helping making food for them, you know. What you doing, Lay? Oh, I'm making teriyaki chicken for some. Why? Why are you doing that? So-and-so was talking.
You mean that girl who was saying stuff about you and put some stuff on Facebook about you? I said, it's okay, Gina.
It's okay. She does
She
it.
deserves some
Pisses me off.
assistance. And there are things that we can teach
Well,
with our words, but then there are things that we have to teach with our actions.
action. And that speaks louder. Eh?
It does.
She's so nice.
That's
Yeah.
just something that we were raised in the same household, guys, trust me. So I know my
I'm
sister just
different.
selectively heard. She must have forgot when my parents said to continue to love. Don't fetongi kovi for kovi.
Yeah.
She didn't hear that family home evening lesson.
Bypass selective hearing.
Selective hearing.
No, because people would like report us and all this stuff.
Mike.
People would like report us and stuff like that. And my parents, they would have hula hulas. They would go do a taolongo for $300. I'm like, why are you doing that? I was in high school. People were always reporting us. You know what I mean? It's like, are you kidding me? But we learned it through their examples. You know.
Just to continue to push forward
My
in
goodness.
faith, right? That people will come around, and it's okay. It's like somebody reports you. Well, I'm gonna report her. This is her. Well, I'm gonna report her too. Where does she work? I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna report her.
No, see, now I'm a U.S. citizen.
Hey,
Now, they say something,
Yeah,
just
hey.
whack 'em.
Courtney.
Oh, say, can you see?
Hey, at the ceremony, if I go, you're supposed to go like this.
Just so you
This is
guys
me.
know, she's an American citizen now.
I'm a hollow y'all.
She
Revoke her sister.
She became an American citizen about 2 weeks ago, and now she acting out. What did you say to me?
First day she started driving, her daughter
Yeah,
said
2 weeks.
she went speeding and ran all the red lights.
My niece said, "Yeah, mom just barely got her American citizenship, and she's speeding." And what did you say to me, Gina? What did you say if somebody says something to you? Now,
Yeah.
you're free.
I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Report me one more time and see what happens to you. But, those of us that are here with no papers and stuff like that, that is like a big fear that you carry. And then when you go report them and stuff like that, it's ofa, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, my parents still went to these people's stuff, and they were family members. I'm like, the
Ooh-wee.
hell?
Jerry Springer.
Hey, how about
Anyways,
one time?
let's just go.
How about one time when we were driving and my sister-in-law, she's in the back, and I'm a speeder, so I be speeding on the freeway everywhere, right? Even on the main streets. And my sister-in-law's back there like, Lichi, where? Slow down, the police! And the police! And she was so scared of the police because she was a little bit started.
But now she American citizen, y'all.
Yeah,
You ain't ready for her.
y'all better don't cross that line.
So take it easy.
So that kind of stuff go me afaka offer. It's so sad to be nofo pay report for free because they were jealous. We had a good life though. So we learned it from our parents and me go offer no matter what, stick together.
Yeah.
It ain't none of your damn business. Mind your business, Lua. I'm always the one. Ma.
Trust me, guys.
Sorry.
Hey, do that Toki laugh.
That's a Toki laugh. Sorry, guys. But she had
Dang,
to
Money should
refrain.
have been here.
She
Yeah.
had to refrain herself for so many years from letting the cage out her beast, the beast out the cage. But now,
Letting the cage out the beast. Hey,
you don't want the cage from the beast. Don't provoke her, my people. Just kidding. She's very loving. She's very giving. She's compassionate. She loves everybody. But just like any big sister or older sister, she's very protective.
Yeah.
And so I just want you to know, Gina, how much I love you. Even though I be talahuing sometimes, I learn from you.
Yeah.
I take your lead.
I'm gonna slide my card now.
Hey.
Don't you slide your card, Gina.
Okay.
She said she's gonna slide her card.
Yeah, she gonna go shopping spree now. I just want you to know how much it means to me, as well as my wife and our children, because even though you just come off so harsh and Le'okona and Tongan is like harsh and just hard, we know it's because you love so much. You love us so much, and I want you to know that we appreciate that. We know, we can just imagine the struggle that you have to go through when you face your friends and other people and trying to stand up for us.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to do.
Ooh.
But I want you to know
She came with the jab. And she got the
to
hook.
pay you. You better be perfect coming at me sideways.
that I want you,
Sure.
Gina, you just got your naturalization 2 weeks ago. I want you to please Please keep it for at least 2 years.
Please,
I'ma challenge
please,
you.
slow it down, slow down
Slow
it.
it down. Exactly. I also want you to know,
Yeah.
Gina, that I appreciate you, and the same thing we told to our children. I don't want you to engage. If somebody says something that hurts your feelings about mommy, your mommies, know that they're just words, right? And you don't have to feel like you have to fight people for me. I had to tell the brethren, I call all my brothers ducks because they're ugly ducklings anyways, to don't engage in that kind of things. And I even begged my sister, but I already know she don't hear me though, because she's the oldest. And because even though Neong Ope, our parents taught us, they took us to church, went to mutual, went to seminary, went to all those things, that whatever choice any of their kids made, we continue to love them and we continue to stand by their side and continue to serve them. Oh, snap. Did you hear that, guys? Did you hear that? It is time to take a break. We are going to have a shot real fast. Cheers to you.
No, I don't. You know what? If you're gonna say let's take a break, I think this is too amazing to even take a break. Let's just keep
for
on going.
breaking.
We got about about 14 minutes left.
Take a shot and continue.
Okay.
take a shot and
Okay, we're
continue.
just going to take a shot and continue because we have the queen in the building. And just if because you guys didn't know, her name is Auntie Queen. All the kids call her Auntie Queen.
So cheers to Auntie Queen.
Cheers to Auntie
Boom.
Queen. Boom. Love you guys.
But I really wish one of my sisters were here because I wanted to hear, and maybe that's another show for another day, but I wanted to hear my sisters' perspectives on, like their stories. But I mean, we have been blessed with amazing sisters.
Yes, we have.
And I want to shout out my sisters as well. They have their own beliefs, but at the end of the day, all of our sisters, my wife's sisters, her oldest sister here, and all of her other sisters, Gigi, Charlie, and
Mins,
Lupe,
Lupe,
and
everybody.
Maniate, all of them, they show us all true love. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you guys. And for my in-laws, they're amazing. I love you guys for showing me, that Ofa Maoni.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey, take it easy.
take it easy. But yes, I love them, and I'm so grateful. And even in the beginning of
Yes.
our relationship, I would just tell my wife, let's just rip the Band-Aid off and just tell them, because I didn't like that we had to
Hide.
things from them. And she said, my love, I know my family, and I want them to know you
First.
so that they can see why I love you. And that was extremely powerful because I wasn't patient. I'm not a patient person. I just wanted to marry her immediately, but I had to, calm it down. I had to slow it down.
I go Lichi.
Pump my brakes.
You just wanted her up and get married.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, when you find the gem, you just gotta lock
She's
it up.
beautiful,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Just
I get
lock
it.
it up. But I love you, baby.
I love you, baby. And guess
But,
what? She says, I love my sister-in-laws. I love all my in-laws. I have been so blessed with such amazing in-laws, and our families blended so
Yeah.
well together. When we talk about
We now have
blending families,
Samoan family.
a couple
Yeah.
of episodes ago, we talked about blending families, and we just meshed so well. We loved each other from the beginning. We are so supportive. I have the most supportive in-laws, so loving and so giving, compassionate and kind, and we just mixed
Yeah.
together so well.
Yes.
And I'm trying to tell you people, it is a possible thing. It's a possibility. You
Somebody
don't have to
on our
hide.
chat,
Yes.
they said, love is love.
Yes.
And
that
we've always said that. And I think we have like 10 minutes left, but Dang, time goes by so fast when you're having fun.
Exactly.
Sister Lichi, what would you advise, or what would your counsel be to someone out there who is experiencing this type of thing, and their family members are, whether they're scared to tell their family members, or the family members already know but don't know how to approach the situation? What would your counsel be to them?
Same counsel my parents give us. Look at Isaiah, look at Nahe, and look at their kids. All the other stuff doesn't matter. And the people that matters will just accept you. And the ones that don't, please throw them away.
Not to throw them away.
You know?
Please don't
And
throw
that was
people
my
away,
mom's
guys.
little thing,
Just
you
love
know?
them from a distance. Don't throw them
You know,
away.
and those of you out there that are going through this and are just hiding inside the closet, please get the hell out of the closet and be free. Because no one's going to make you happy but yourself. Honestly, you know, that's
is
the
true.
truth. And if your family doesn't accept it, that's okay. You just keep moving forward,
That part.
you know? And, you know, it's all about love. You know, a lot of people, oh, you know, blah, 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 whatever. God is love. The thing for the Lord to judge us, that's what Dick always tells me. Please
Yeah.
leave his job. You're not Jesus.
You're
Let
not?
him do all that. You know, he goes, this is when you need to love them, is when they're going through phases like this. Love them,
Yeah.
and accept them.
Love them
So
more.
then they don't feel like they're freakazoids, you know, and that there's something wrong with them. There ain't nothing wrong with you. If you are feeling that way, that's just fine. You know,
Yeah.
just get out. Get out of being
So
trapped.
come out the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speak your truth.
Oh, yeah. Be real.
Be real.
Be real.
Oh, yeah.
Like the full
And
real.
free yourself from all that. 'Cause don't go asking people questions like, oh, so and so, what happened? What did you know? No. Go take care of yourself. Just take care of yourself and get out of it.
Get
And if
out
your
of it.
family accepts you, they don't. And most Tongan families, they don't, because number one, they're ma tukwe ma. Grab your kids, because we just love and nurture our kids, right?
Yes.
That's it.
Love them
Tukwe
more.
Maya, because the church ain't gonna come help your kids. He's gonna ask you about your kids. You know, did you
Yeah.
love them unconditionally? If you want to talk about God, people want to bring that in, you know, when they're being judgmental. You know, God said, you know, Michelle and Michael,
Yeah.
not Michelle and Michelle. That's somebody else's job to be the judge of that.
Yeah.
You love no matter what,
This is true.
you know.
So when it
That's
hits your circle, you know how to
to
respond.
respond.
Right.
Yeah.
And not just that. It could be anything, you know? It could be drugs. It could be same-sex marriage. It
sexual
could be
abuse.
Sexual abuse.
That's number one.
You know, anything that comes into your circle and in your
can handle
space, if you show love and compassion, you don't know how far that goes.
Yeah.
You could be saving a life here, guys.
Yeah.
Like she said, God is love, and
Yeah.
God don't like ugly. So let's not be judgmental. Let's embrace them. Let's love them more. Like my brother-in-law Teki said, leave that to the man upstairs. That's his job. That's not our job. It's not in our job description to judge people,
Yeah.
but to love them. How we want to be loved, that's how we have to love other people. Now, my sister, she has another way of approaching that kind of stuff, but that's okay. That's who she is, and that's why I love her. And that's why she was
I'm a little
born,
crazy.
you know, as the oldest.
Yeah.
The oldest always has to, they lead the family, right? But I always tell her, you know, I may be the youngest, but the youngest is the tail. So the tail is what navigates the
Oh, yeah.
family.
It's
Let me
really
just
true.
say-
It's true.
Just let me just say that right now, okay?
Yeah.
It's the youngest one that navigates. And so I will always continue to follow my sister's lead. But when I got to turn and do a 360, I'm going to have to do that. And I tell her, but we do it with love.
Yep.
And so, sister, any last words? Hey, she's always trying to beat somebody up. I think you need some anger management.
oh, yeah.
Sisters?
But what would you say to the parents of kids that are hiding in the closet? What would you say to them? What would your counsel be to them? Speaking from a parent's perspective, what would your counsel be to the parents?
Focus on your kids. And manatui maupe that the Lord trusted, you know, that kid with you and stuff.
Ooh.
And so that, you know, you got to remember that he trusted you. It's his kids, but he entrusted them because he knew that there was something in you that, you know, can help that kid. So yeah, it's the hardest thing for us Tongans get tukua maman. You know, don't worry about, because we
Don't
all
worry
say,
about
oh
the
yeah, I
world.
don't give a damn what anybody says. Yes, it does. It affects us. We all care.
Right.
You know, but it's the way we react. You know, and then sometimes when you react that way, it closes the kids off. They don't want to come and
hide.
open up and
It's
oh yeah,
the
wait, they're
fear.
gonna you know,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Just remember, he entrusted that son or daughter to you. So now you got to be, you know, go figure
Yeah.
that stuff out, because there's something there that he entrusted that kid to you. So go find it.
Yeah.
Right.
That your mission on this earth is to love them, especially when they're not making, you know, when they're going through things like that, you know, trying to figure out what their identity is. Accept it. Don't worry about Mele, your neighbor, because Mele, your neighbor, going to talk about you any damn way.
Yeah, exactly. Mele,
You know? So,
you need to get
Ofa.
your damn life.
Because you get my damn nerves.
No, we love you, Mele. Mele, we love
No,
you.
I'm just kidding. Wait,
And-
who was
and-
we saying that to?
She said Mele the neighbor.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
you know,
she
'cause
said
you're
Mele
worried
the
about
neighbor is
everybody
going to be
else. Who cares?
judgmental. It don't matter.
Who
You know,
cares?
but we love you, Mele. What my sister is saying is to the parents, embrace your children, love
Yeah.
them. Have a relationship with them where they're able to speak their truth, where they're able to express their feelings. As a Polynesian child growing up in a Polynesian home, that stuff is suppressed, and we have to stuff our feelings down like
Yeah.
we're robots, like, you know. But yeah, we still have to put a little boundaries, because when we tell the kids, tell me how you feel, and then they start to tell you how they feel, and you say, hey, shut your mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it see, the slipper already came out. The slipper already came out. But it is important for us to embrace our children, give them a safe space to speak about how they feel, the emotions that they're going through. No,
And
it's
respect
not.
it.
It's not laupisi. It is not being silly. It is not, you know, what you better get off TikTok. You know, if this is what they're saying, how they feel, listen to them. Love them, accept them, love them more.
Yes.
Right, Gina? I just want you to know how much I love you. Even though you're nuts.
I love you too.
And you're a
Lindsay.
little bit
That's my-
crazy.
That's my sister-in-law.
But you guys get to have a little taste of what I deal with every single day. She's just very vocal, no filter. Like I said, viewer discretion is advised. But her message is clear, and her message is pure and unfiltered.
Yes.
That we just have to love and embrace. And when they're hurting, that's when we're supposed to love them more. Not push them away, not shun them, not judge them. Right, honey?
Yeah.
Yes, and just like my wife said, I just wanted to express my love to each and every one of our family members. It is already hard for us to live in a society that is against us, but to have our team, our family members, supportive, even when it is against, you know, their own beliefs or whatnot, they still show us love. They still respect us, and that goes a long way. And I love you guys for that, and I appreciate you. And thank you to my
Well, thank you for having
sister-in-law
me.
for coming onto our show today. We truly appreciate you, and for all of our family members that have come on to watch Lychee. I know, because why we have 17 people watching now, and the last 3 episodes we only had like 5, 6. No, I'm just kidding. But we love you, Lua,
Thank you.
and thank you so much for sharing your personal
It's
thoughts.
good to be here.
Yes.
And we appreciate you so much.
Thank you. And again, we're here every Saturday, 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Click like and share. If there's anything that you want to say that you couldn't say today, you can't drop in the chat before somebody sees you. If you're still in the closet and you have things that you want to say and want to be
Get
talked
out.
about and you want to address it, and you can't come out just yet, please
Yeah.
feel free to reach out on tinalay.ad for afterdark@gmail. We'd love to hear from you.
Yep.
Um,
Let us be your voice.
Yes, let us be your voice. If you want to come on the show, share your experiences, and please, we love it. We welcome you. Grateful and shout out to Everyday People, the Utah Pacifica chapter. Hey! Cindy Saltini and Big Buddha! CJ Drisdom and Lake House, thank you so much.
Yes.
We love you. We appreciate you.
night.
Again,
And shout out to our children.
and shout out to
and
our children
grandchildren.
and our
Wait,
grandson.
I have a
Oh,
shout
I'm
out
sorry.
for
You got a
myself.
shout out.
I want to say happy birthday to myself. It's on the
Oh,
23rd.
Oh, yeah!
Happy birthday to
Everybody!
me.
Hey, happy birthday to, it's her birthday, she got a citizen, it's
Mints,
the month
you better come
everything.
bake my cake, Mints.
Yeah, so
Me and you gonna have
she's going to
some
be
issues.
21 on Friday. Happy birthday, Gina.
Happy
We love
birthday,
you.
Gina.
Bye, I bet
We
21.
love you, everybody. We'll see you next
Love
week.
you guys.
Yes, see you next week.
Join us
Come
next
on.
week. Click, like, and share. Until then, my people,
We love you.
we love you.
Tell me why you gotta be complaining all the time. When all I do is love you. Acting like I got a chick on the side. Well, let me say, you ain't got no money. You ain't got no job. Why I oughta be home for? Stood on my 9 to 5. I'm just saying. Oh, no. Keep it 100, babe. I'm just saying, keep it 100, babe. I'm just saying, baby. Tell me why I gotta be waiting on you all the time. When all you do is lay around, watching for drama on your timeline. What can I say? We don't need your Facebook, all of them fake friends. We don't need these problems, so they are in the end. I'm just saying, yeah. Keep it 100, babe. I'm just saying, keep it 100, babe. I'm just saying, don't expect my loyalty when you can't give me honesty, girl. Keep it 100, babe. In this day and age, you'll find a love like mine is hard to find, girl. Keep it 100, babe. You're thinking I'm a cheating. I don't give you no reason to. Checking in on all my tweets and I don't give you no reason to. But love, 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 love. Don't give me a reason to. I just wanna be with you. No need to shout. Without a doubt, I'm the one for you, girl. In this world we live in, the truth can always fall into the blame. In this world we live in, honesty is a mistake now. We live in